obviously a big fight coming up for you. Your pro debut, I believe, at One Revolution against Roel. So, first of all, tell me, what's the feeling like going into this?
Yeah, man. So I was explaining to the guys earlier is that when the card got announced, I was very excited, of course, but as the fight draws nearer, gets closer, I just get zenned out, cool, calm, collected kind of thing, just chill as a cucumber. Uh, that's where I'm at right now. Just chilled out, and just waiting. It's just the waiting game now. Just tick tock, tick tock. I just can't. I'm ready to get in there and do my thing.
Has the amateur experience that you picked up over the years kind of prepared you for this, do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, just my whole martial arts journey in general has prepared me for this moment. So, or if anything, my whole life has prepared me for this moment. So that's how I feel.
Now, I know you fought for several years as an amateur. I never trust the online databases too much on the amateur side of things. So I'll ask you to
Yeah.
confirm this. Your last fight, according to what I could find, was actually 2018. Is that correct?
Yeah. So after that match, I had some other fights scheduled, but they kept pulling out for whatever reason. I just had a bunch of fights falling out. So I had two grappling tournaments, or not tournaments, or two grappling matches rather, at a fight promotion. Two black belts that I went up against, and I ended up submitting both of them. So that's how I was able to keep active in that time frame after 2018, and then I was had this momentum going in. I was going to go into one Warrior series, and then a worldwide pandemic hit, and I got shelved for a year and a half now. So that is what happened, and but now we're here and I'm ready to go.
I've actually heard, because you mentioned like opponents falling through, and I've heard this from a lot of guys who built up good records on the amateur circuit. Is that it starts getting hard to find opponents? Do you think that had any part of it? They look at you, they're intimidated, they go, "No, we want an easier fight."
It is possible. I don't know. I can't force a guy to fight that doesn't want to fight. They never really gave us a reason, so it is what it is. I'm just happy to be able to go back out and compete now, do what I
Abs-
love.
Absolutely. Now, for fans who don't know you, you're obviously going to become known in a sense because of the fact that you do train with Demetrious Johnson. But just to know your backstory for people who don't know, how did you get into the sport?
So I've been training martial arts from a very young age. Maybe I want to do martial arts as early as I can remember, but maybe the first time I actually went into a martial arts place was like 11 years old. I got my start with this lion dance team called Ying Yong Tong Lion Dance and Vietnam International Team. It's kind of a mouthful, but we started in like a dungy garage in Chinatown, and I was the only kid in the gym or in the school, and all the guys in there were like hardened dudes. They work security at night. Yeah, some ex-military guys that were Golden Glove boxers. And my teacher at the time, Sifu Tony Ao, was like a southern kung fu martial artist. He had like Choi Lei Fight, Wing Chun, Hung Gar, and just a bunch of southern styles. And I even started training with this Vo Vietnam, Vietnamese martial art called Vo Vietnam. And that's kind of how I got my start, was there. And I would go perform lion dance, which is a big has a lot of cultural significance to me. And that's how I got my start.
Very cool. And at what point did you realize that this is something that you might want to do for a career, something that would be there long term for you?
I mean, I always had that kind of dream, as a child, but I don't. The actual time I actually made this decision to go to Ames Kickboxing Pancration and make this a profession is just within my fights. I just I gave it a shot. I didn't know what was going to happen, and just through the fights, I decided I can make this work. I was working in aerospace factories. I was working UPS package handling, and I was doing all this, like a lot of commuting back and forth between those two jobs, and teaching wushu at the time. And it was like I was driving 4 hours a day on the road, just for 4 hours, just 4 hours of my day gone, just on the road, sitting in traffic all day long. So I was like, what am I doing? Like I spent 4 years training and living in China and touring and having this amazing experience as a martial artist. And I was like, coming back to America, I was like, man, am I gonna let those years go to waste now? I mean, what am I doing here? Uh, I should just give this a shot, because if I don't do this now, I'll never get this chance again at my age, and this time, this portion of this part of my life as a martial artist. If I don't go give it a shot now, then I'll lose this chance forever. And I didn't want to live with that regret, to have like this what if. So I decided 7 years ago to join Ames Kickboxing and Pancration, and uh, never looked back since.
Now, one of the things that I've read that was very, very cool, and you mentioned being in China, so I wonder if this is where this happened. But it's that you've trained in an actual Shaolin temple. So tell me about that. How did that wind up happening?
So yeah, I was 17 when I left home out of high school. I had planned to go to this Northern Shaolin Martial Art Academy. It's actually not the actual Shaolin Academy. It's its own school up northern China. It kind of borders North Korea. It's in a province called, or not province. It's a province is called Jilin, but the area is called Dongbei, which is northeastern China, which is known to be kind of more like a roughneck area. And I lived in this academy, which was in rural China, and it was like in the farmland, cornfields, farmlands, and the closest city was about an hour away by car. So, and that city was, all the taxi cars and everything had no meters or anything. It was all negotiations, and it was like, just yeah, just underdeveloped city at the time. It's just this is oh yeah, I remember this is '07, '08 before the Olympics, so there's a very different China than it is now. Um, and yeah, man, I just lived in that academy for 3 years. I planned to go for 6 months, and then I got an opportunity to perform with the demo team, and I just took that and I stayed there for 3 years. And I mean, we get like 2 hours of hot water at night after training 8 hours all day long, and everyone crams in these. There's like six faucets, and then all of them are like moldy and just grimy, and you're squatting on toilets, and when you're using the bathroom you're looking at other people sitting next to you, staying across from you, just watching you. I mean, there's just no getting away from anybody, and that's just kind of the life I live. Lights are cut out at 10 o'clock every night, no electricity. And yeah, man, there's an alarm at 5 a.m. that wakes you up. You go for your runs, and if you do anything wrong, if you like break any curfew or break any rules, you get lined up in front. The whole school lines up, and everyone gets to watch you get a stick broken over your backside. So it was one hell of an experience, and it definitely shaped me and made me the man I am today.
That is absolutely wild. You mentioned squatting for the toilet. Are those the pit toilets?
Yeah, it's more like a trough that we had.
Yeah.
There was troughs, and it was, yeah, just that's how it is actually in a lot of places in the world. But yeah, that was my first experience coming from America, living like that. And I saw a lot of foreigners have mental breakdowns out there. To be honest, I met people from, it's crazy. Martial arts bring people from all around the world, from all walks of life together. And in that academy, I met people from all over the world, from places I never thought I would ever meet anyone from. And yeah, man, I watched grown men have mental breakdowns and snap, and you had to be mentally strong more than anything to survive the whole situation. So yeah, man, it was a amazing time.
That's something else, man. I spent a year and a half in Japan, so I've had my experience with the pit toilet, but Japan sounds pretty darn cushy in comparison.
Oh man, I love the toilets in Japan, man. It's like a robot. It like opens up for you, sprays you, talks to you, sings you a song.
Oh,
Anyway, I
I
just got
didn't get those ones, man. I got either the normal one or the pit toilet, and those pit toilets were terrible. Um,
yeah, the smell, bro. And yeah, but
so
after a while living there, I just got used to it, and I ended up like liking the smell. I know it sounds messed up, but it's either that or you hate it. I had to change my mindset just so that I could, make it through. So
all right, let's hope that's not the clip that goes viral. So why the decision to turn pro at this particular instance? Is it just the right time? Did something just kind of click for you?
it's the right time, man. I've been waiting for a long time. I've been ready to go for a long time. It's just the way things happen in the world. It kind of got pushed back a little bit, and just having little setbacks here and there. But to me, it was just like a test, whether you want it or not. It's just the universe asking you, how bad do you really want something? You can give up on this, or you can persevere and go through with it. And luckily, I decided to persevere through it, and now we're here. We're on the cusp of me fulfilling my lifelong dreams here. So it's an amazing opportunity that I'm getting from one championship, and I'm ready to grab it with both hands, full on.
And talk to me about your opponent here. I mean, Royal is 5-3 as a pro. He's had his debut. He's fought a few times for one. So just give me your thoughts on this matchup going into it.
Yeah, man, he's a dangerous opponent, man. I mean, there's no soft cans in one championship. Everyone's a killer. Everyone's legit. So yeah, he's a southpaw striker, and he's very dangerous. That's all there is to it. But I'm dangerous too, and everyone in this promotion is dangerous. So it's all about who can put it together better, who has the better mindset, who has the better IQ, and who can adapt better to the other opponent.
Do you have a picture in your mind of how this fight plays out if everything goes your way?
Yeah, I mean, visualization is a big key to my success for sure. But yeah, just go through all sorts of scenarios so you don't surprise. But I don't dwell on it too much, man. Like I said, I just try to be calm and in the moment, because if you start looking too much into the future, it might cause you some sort of anxiety, and you look too much in the past, it might cause a little depression. Just try to just be in the moment, just be here now. It's good to look back and reflect on things, but most of the time I'm trying to just be here in the moment, take it day by day, and just look forward to going.
A lot of people are going to talk about the Demetrious Johnson connection. A lot of people are going to talk about you being his training partner. Just tell me what that has meant to you in terms of the development of your own game and working with him.
It means so much, man. I mean, he's been such a big help in my martial arts journey, but even out of the gym too, he's been a great friend and great mentor. He's just a big brother to me, man. He's just always been there for me for over these last couple of years. And him, my coach, and other teammates in our gym too is like a family. So yeah, man, that's what it's been. I want to be there for him as much as he's there for me.
Has he given you any particular advice heading into your debut? Any kind of tidbits of how to handle the pressure, the nerves, any of that stuff?
I mean, he's really been advocating me this camp, especially just making sure that I'm recovering properly and I'm taking care of myself the right way and not overtraining, because I have a big problem of overtraining myself. Pushing through, because mentally I can just keep going. I don't mind. I love just pushing myself to the limit. But human bodies are meant to do that. You have to recover. You have to understand that to get the benefit of your training, you have to have recovery is just as important as the actual workout. So that's just been a big part of my training, monitoring my, I have this ring. He has one too. It's called an Aura ring, and it monitors your sleep rhythms at night. So I've been trying to get my better sleep. I even have blue light glasses and everything. Just to that all plays a big factor in your overall health that I think gets neglected a lot. So yeah, man, he's always been there for me. He's been a great mentor all around.
Very cool, man. And if all goes well at Revolution on the 24th, you get your hand raised, you get your first big win. What's kind of the plan for you moving forward? Even in just the short term, do you want to try and get a couple fights in quickly? Are you looking to wait till maybe next year? The pandemic kind of messes this question up a little, to be honest. But just if
Yeah,
you can have your way, what would you do?
I just want to be as active as possible, man. I just want to keep going back and keep doing my thing, man. I just want to be active right now because because of the layoff and everything, I'm not a spring chicken no more, and I'm in my prime right now. And if I don't do it now, I don't want to miss that opportunity to do my thing. So I need to go now, and I'm excited to just go out there and compete. But I'm not looking past Roel or anything. But if I have my way, if everything goes good, then I just want to compete again and again and again as much as I can until my career is over, and just stay consistent.
Well, I wish you the best of luck in it, man. James, I want to thank you for the time today. I'm going to end off with one question. I always leave it to last because half the fighters I talk to can't stand these kind of questions. But if you can, if you're willing, if you have one in mind, what's your prediction for this fight?
You know, I don't want to be disrespectful to Roel, but what did Clever Blaine say? He said pain. But yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. It's been I enjoyed it a lot, and I look forward to talking to you again in the future, man.
Absolutely. Looking forward to the fight. Best of luck at Revolution. Thanks very much, James.
Thank you. Thank you so much, man.
Take
Take
care.
care.